ask you no more for forgiveness. I've had my chances, and each one I blew. Without you, my life's incomplete. This falls on me, but it crushes you. I don't need to tell you, my strength is your weakness. I've made an art out of being untrue. Ain't gonna make no more stupid excuses. It falls on me, but it crushes you. Falls on me. I only blame myself for your misery. Well, can't you see? Every tear you cry falls on me. Life's been so bitter without your sweetness. I miss the honey and the morning dew. I can't deny I lie and cheat. This falls on me, but it crushes you. Falls on me. I only blame myself for your misery. Well, can't you see? Every tear you cry falls on me. I know my conscience has come too late. But my heart still carries this heavy weight. I got no magic to make you believe this. Saying sorry just don't ring true. The pain I've caused broke your heart into pieces. It falls on me, but it crushes you. Falls on me. I only blame myself for your misery. Well, can't you see? Every tear you cry falls on me. It all falls on me. It all falls on me. Yeah. Sorry about that, guys. That song always chokes me up a little bit, so sorry about that. A little singing there. It's kind of hard to get through that one, so. Oh, let's do something funny. So, when I was in 8th grade in my school, I took a music class with a guy who was a burnt-out hippie guitar player. I went to a really progressive private school. We had no grades ever. No, seriously, we didn't. I don't mean grades this way, but we didn't get marks. we had grades. You're like, where am I supposed to go? I don't know. But we never had A's and B's and stuff like that. We always had just written reports so that you could actually maybe make a change or help better yourself if you actually knew what the problem was, not you only got a C. So anyway, I took a class with about 8 other people. That's how small my school was. And if you can imagine a bunch of 8th graders, boys, it was a co-ed school, but there weren't a lot of girls in our class there, in that particular class, trying to teach them music. He was like, this is not working. So long before School of Rock ever came out, my teacher, Mike Fogarty, genius that he was, said, you know what? Let's form a rock band. And we said, all right, that's cool. My voice was this deep when I was in 8th grade. It really was. It was pretty scary. And so what we did was we went around the room and he said, who wants to be the drummer? And my buddy Nick was like, I like to hit things with sticks. You're the drummer. All right, who wants to play keyboards? And my friend Martin had been taking piano lessons and learning things like Mozart and stuff like that. He's like, I can play piano. All right, you're the keyboard player, because there's no such thing as a piano player in a rock band, right? You know, not in 8th grade. Well, you learn that later on. Like Billy Joel and stuff like that, and Elton John, great songwriters who happen to use a piano. And then it was the bass player, was Tim, and I was the guitar player because I owned a guitar with 3 strings that my dad had purchased at a pawn shop for me. I was like, I've got a guitar, it's got 3 strings. He's like, we'll get you the other 3, and you can be the guitar player. And then we wrote our own instrumental song and played it at our school assembly. That was our mission. That was my first taste of performing in front of an audience, performing music. And of course, that's where I got the bug. I was like, I love this is great. Well, after we did that, he got fired. But we were like, okay, he's gone, but that doesn't mean we can't still learn. So we went to our parents and said, hey, will you guys hire Mike Fogarty to teach us rock songs once a week outside of school? And all of our parents said, you guys are so dedicated to this. Yeah, we'll do that. So my parents, we rented a rehearsal space. We had real instruments by then. And we'd give Mike a list of rock and roll songs we wanted to learn. And then the next week he would come in and teach us The Who, The Stones, all sorts of the Beatles, anything that we had on our list, he would teach us. And when you're playing these great classic rock songs, you realize that sometimes there's a formula. So at the end of 8th grade, actually it was 9th grade because he had been fired after 8th grade. So in 9th grade, I came to the band and said, hey, I wrote a song for us. And the guys were like, that's cool. So gradually our set went from all classic rock covers to 50% songs that we wrote, until finally it was an original band. So the reason I tell you this is because I'm not saying you need to steal, but we are influenced by things. There's nothing new. We are influenced by the things that we grew up listening to and seeing and watching. How many times have you heard the story of Romeo and Juliet told in different ways, right? Next time it'll be in space, maybe it'll be under the water, but it works because it works. So I started writing songs based on what I was playing by other artists, and there's a band that influenced me. They're from England, called Squeeze. Woo! 2 of the greatest songwriters of all time. Some of the best smart music from the 80s that you'll ever listen to. And if you haven't discovered Squeeze, you need to go and discover Squeeze, especially because Elvis Costello produced one of their greatest tracks ever, Tempted. Well, anyway, I wrote this song with them in mind, from the progression to the melody, and maybe you'll hear the influence in it. This is a song that's going to be on the new record, and it's called Silver Lining.
I awoke with a joke that I thought would be clever. I said, I'm only trying to make you feel better. She said she didn't I said, then you just need a warmer coat. A little bit of love can light the way. Keep a little hope within your heart. We can find that silver lining tonight. With a little luck you might just say, remember how the magic used to start. We can find that silver lining tonight. She says the light shining bright coming in through the window is like a harbinger of tears tomorrow. She draws the shades and waits for the night. As I recall, on the wall there's a faded old picture, two lovers in some alchemist mixture. Reminds me there's a cure for it all. A little bit of love can light the way. Keep a little hope within your heart. We can find that silver lining tonight. With a little luck we might just say, remember how the magic used to start. We can find that silver lining tonight.
Thank you, short and sweet. In Nashville, if you write a song that uses the word harbinger or alchemist, you're told that you need to dumb it down. But I know that my Brits would understand that. All right, let's see how we're doing. Okay. I need 2 volunteers. Wow! We might have to do 4 volunteers. I'll take you. And my little blue eyes white dragon in the back. And I'll take Kaiba. And I'll take you. Well, that might happen again. All right, I need 2 on either side. All right, well, come a little closer. Sorry. All right, so as you can tell from the couple of songs I've already played for you guys, I've been told, let's just step a hair out so I can shake my hips. You can tell that I write dark and depressing songs that sometimes are catchy, but sometimes they're just dark and depressing. And so we were working on a record, and a band member of mine said, hey, can you write a really happy song, maybe once? And I'm like, are you telling me, like, are you challenging me? Is the gauntlet being thrown? Are you saying I can't write happy? I can write the happiest song ever. And they were like, really? I was like, yeah. So I wrote this song. There are like 2 really happy Eric Stuart band songs. All right, so this is one of them. So take it in, digest it, appreciate it. It's like Christmas, it comes once a year. But it requires my anime fans to dance with me. It just does. Because there's just so much rocking I can do by myself with my tiny little guitar here. This song is called Paint the Town Tonight. Thank you. And if you don't know the expression, it really comes from not such a friendly expression or thing, but in America that's just going out and having fun. Not killing people. So don't think of it that way. Anyway, the secret is all about the hips. Okay? That's all I'm gonna say. You guys can clap along, you can sing along, you can do anything you want. You ready to rock? Here we go. Something like this.
Well, come on, girl, and don't be slow. Got money in my pocket and it's burning a hole. Let's ride, let's go, let's paint the town tonight. Hop on up and grab a hold. Hang on tight, don't let go. Let's fly, let's roll, let's paint the town tonight. Well, I feel it's time you started listening. Found out where you've been missing. Sitting around the house, wasting time. Put your best dress on when your mama bought you. Show you things she never taught you. Not as young, time is right. We gotta paint this town red tonight. Oh, bonafide, do-si-do. Good, clean fun like a jelly roll. Oh, one by right. You know, let's paint the town tonight. Here I come. Let's head on out and up the road. No jumping joint where the whiskey flows. I'm buying. If you'll go, let's paint the town tonight. If things shut down and the bars close, we can take in every night. It's a show. Oh, I'm a driving Romeo. Paint the town tonight. Well, I feel it's time that you started listening. Found out that you've been missing, sitting around the house, wasting time. Put your best dress on when your mama bought you. Show you things she never taught you. Night is young, time is right. We gotta paint this town red tonight. Oh, come on, girl. Yeah, that's right. Let's go, let's paint the town tonight. Everybody dance. Here's the hard part. All right, paint the town tonight. Yeah. All right, paint the town tonight. Let's hear it for my dancers. All right, now get off the stage. See, I can be happy. They're like, how is he going to top that? Well, I got one for you. You know what's really cool about this tiny little guitar? It's got a tuner in it. That's so cool. All right, so how many times have you guys been in a situation where someone has said to you, hey, could you stop with the cell phone? The light's disturbing me, it's distracting me, I'm trying to read, I'm in the back.